Before the 1980s, criminal profiling was more art than science, relying on hunches, not data. There was no systematic way to test if these psychological sketches were accurate. Enter David Canter, a British psychologist who saw the need for science in criminal investigations. Canter believed a criminal's actions at a crime scene were a behavioral fingerprint, clues to their personality and background, and even where they lived. This idea moved profiling from intuition to empirical evidence and became known as investigative psychology. The core principle, human behavior, is consistent. The way someone commits a crime reflects how they live. Canter's approach was to find patterns, statistical links between crime scene actions and offender traits, to help police narrow their search logically. Instead of relying on a detective's gut, he built databases of behaviors from solved cases, analyzing them for probabilities. This shift marked the start of a new scientific era in criminal investigation. Investigative psychology was born, changing how we catch criminals. Investigative psychology starts with behavioral evidence at the crime scene, how the offender acted, interacted, and navigated the space. These actions are coded and compared to a database of solved crimes. Canter's circle theory suggests most offenders operate within a familiar area, helping police focus their search geographically. Another key, interpersonal coherence, how an offender treats victims, often mirrors their real-life relationships. These are hypotheses, not guesses, backed by statistical analysis. The result, a profile suggesting likely age, job, or criminal history, helping police prioritize suspects. It's a scientific filter, guiding investigations and saving time. Canter's theories were put to the test in the 1980s railway rapist case. A series of brutal attacks near London rail stations left police with thousands of suspects and no clear leads. Canter analyzed the crime's behavioral and geographical details, searching for patterns. His profile, a semi-skilled, previously troubled man, likely married, living near Kilburn and familiar with railways. Police refocused their search and found John Duffy, a carpenter, British rail worker, and Kilburn resident. Evidence linked Duffy to the crimes. He and his accomplice were convicted. This case proved investigative psychology could turn data into real investigative breakthroughs. It was a triumph for science in policing. Profiling had finally become practical and effective. But profiling's power comes with risk, as seen in the Rachel Nicholl case. After her 1992 murder, police relied on a profile that led them to Colin Stagg, a local loner with no physical evidence against him. An undercover operation tried to coax a confession, but Stagg never admitted guilt. The case collapsed. Stagg was acquitted, but his life was ruined. The real killer, Robert Napper, was only caught years later through DNA. The lesson: when profiles become dogma, they can blind investigators and destroy innocent lives. Profiling must remain a guide, not gospel. The stories of Duffy and Nicholl show investigative psychology's strengths and dangers. Used wisely, it brings scientific rigor and helps manage complex cases. But over-reliance leads to tunnel vision and confirmation bias, as in the Stagg case. Profiles are probabilities, not certainties, and depend on quality data and human interpretation. They should open lines of inquiry, not close them. Investigative psychology is a valuable tool, but not a magic solution. Its findings must be balanced with hard evidence and traditional police work. In the end, only verifiable proof can deliver justice.